In the video I posted yesterday, I demonstrated how you could create a leaf using a texture created with your phone and then creating a transparency map using Maya's 3D paint tool. This is the result. The advantage to the method is that you don't need anything more than your cell phone camera and tools in Autodesk Maya. However, if you have access to some image editing software such as Photoshop and a scanner, you can get slightly better results, and I will demonstrate that today. To do so, I'm going to create a new Maya scene. Because I covered much of the necessary information in my previous video, I'm going to be going through this video much more quickly. I'm going to assume that you have a certain amount of knowledge. I'm also going to assume that you have some experience using editing software such as Photoshop. So, the first step is going to be to create a polygon plane. I'm going to switch over to Photoshop now, and I'm going to show you the scan. This time, rather than taking a picture of a leaf with my camera phone, I used my scanner to scan it in. A couple things I want to take note of. I resized the image to be 2048 by 2048. It is a square image at dimensions that Maya prefers for textures. Okay. So the first thing I need to do to prepare my texture is to create what is called an alpha channel. An alpha channel is going to be the transparency for my texture. In other words, I'm going to want this area of the leaf to show, and then these areas of white on my image I'm going to want to be transparent in Maya. There are many different tools I can use to mask out the areas I don't want in my texture. I'm going to use this one here, the Quick Selection tool. It'll be very convenient for what I want to do in Photoshop. Now what you'll notice also is that I put my leaf on a very plain background. This makes the job of masking that area much easier. So what you'll see is I'm just selecting the areas here that I want to mask out. And that should be pretty good. Now, understand that I've actually selected the areas around the leaf, not the leaf. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to invert my selection. And because these border areas might end up, I might end up getting some artifacts that I don't want, I'm going to come over here to Select, Modify, Contract. And I will contract this by, we can try 4 pixels and see if that works. This is just going to decrease my selection ever so slightly. Okay, now what I will do is I will go to Channels in Photoshop, and I'm going to click on this button down here, the Save Selection as Channel. And what it'll do is create my alpha channel. Let's take a look. This is what my alpha channel looks like. So the white areas will be opaque, and the black areas will be transparent. Now, the next step is also very important. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save my image in a format that keeps the alpha channel. TIFF will work in this case, and I need to name it. I'm going to call it Leaf Scan. Make sure that you have alpha channels enabled, and save. I'll now go back to Maya. I'm going to create my texture. And in the color map, apply this new texture that I created. It is a file. I called it Scan Leaf, or Leaf Scan rather. Here it is. And open it up. and apply it to my mesh. Now I don't currently see it on my mesh because I need to press 6 on my keyboard, and here it is. To finish up, I'll make a few quick modeling changes. There it is. Let's compare my leaf created with the scanned texture with the one that I created with the photograph from my phone. And they both look pretty good. Imagine modeling a leaf. One thing I hope you get out of this demonstration is that sometimes a texture solution is better than a modeling solution. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.